Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, I'm trying. A little nerve-wracking now. It's coming in pretty tough right now. We already have a first casualty of the storm. I don't know if you could see, but back here in our backyard, like, see that gate? It's all split. So I'm gonna have to fix that fence, basically. That gate with the fence just collapsed. Isn't that crazy? Oh, wow, that's what you get for living on the water, right? You can't even see the grass out here. It's all the way up on the storm surge. Can't even see the pier. I'd say it's about halfway up those pylons. Yeah, it's pretty scary, especially when you hear like they say, like a train coming through with the noise. You hear that howling sound and you know that it can't be good. Hey, Helen, how you doing? Oh, my truck's doing good. Let's see what's going on out here. Nothing crazy out here yet. There is a palm tree. I don't know if you could see it, but it's right there. It's a palm tree. I'm expecting that palm tree to fall onto this driveway. Let's go back to where most of the good footage is. You just see it rolling in. I got a piece of the pier or something there. Hey, Todd. This is right across from NASA and the water inlets, if you're familiar with Clear Lake. I live right off of Egret Bay, but literally across the street from NASA on the water channels. That's where I'm at, Todd. Fortunately, during Harvey and Ike, we did not flood. To give you a point of reference, Harvey covered, there's a big grass field that all this water's over, but you see that bulkhead right there? Here we go. Memorial Park. Yeah, I know, right, David? It's coming through pretty hard right now, though. I'll tell you what, from here until like 9 a.m. or something like that, I mean, it is just rolling through. 3rd of July. Don't know what's going on with him yet. Now my back is needing medical care from my bad knees walking into and out of hospital for days. Wow, maybe get some braces or something on your knees, Helen? That doesn't sound too good. So for those of you that just came in, we do have a battle wound in the backyard already. I don't know how much more of this is gonna collapse, but if you can see this fence of ours, it's like it like split or something. I don't know, but that's crazy. I'll have to get back there and fix that, obviously. That's not good. Here, let's see if I can see anything out here. Go to the other side again. I think they said between 7 and 9. Oh, steroid shots. That's cool. Hopefully those work out on both knees. Wow. It's almost like sometimes you can get fluid that deteriorates. Yeah, I know. The perks of being next to the water are amazing, but unfortunately for situations like this, it's a downfall. But it's all right. If all I have to do is fix a fence, I won't complain. I'll throw out a couple hundred to fix the fence or whatever needs to be done. But man, I don't know if y'all hear that like thundering noise? It is howling right now. Let's see if I can turn up the volume. And then it's weird. It like stops, like it gets quiet, and you hear like some knocking sounds, like out in the distance. You'll hear like knocking sounds, and then it'll pick right back up. So usually there's a big field, like it's all grass, like there's a bulkhead where those poles are. You see where that red fire extinguisher is? So like 3 or 4 foot down from that is like a bulkhead to walk on to get to all the boats. And then there's like finger piers that separate, and you can't even see them. It's all underneath the water. You can see the railing to where you walk around. That's the railing you hold on to. So you can imagine 3 or 4 foot below that railing is where the walkway is. just noticing this one boat. Man, it doesn't look straight. It looks like it might have lost one of its support ropes or something, because it's kind of pointing towards us instead of straight now. Is that touching? I don't think that beam is touching that boat, is it? See how it looks like it's starting to point towards us? Isn't that interesting? I hope that big boat didn't untie itself and it's gonna be drifting off. See what happens. Oh yeah, it's hitting us really hard right now. I mean, you could tell. It's like, they say between 70 and 85 miles per hour on the wind, on the gust and everything. So I expect a couple of trees, like palm trees, out front of the neighborhood. Ooh, that just happened. Looks like something on the boat is flapping in the wind over there. He's gonna lose that back part if he doesn't secure that. Yep. I bet you that flies off. Did y'all see that, like, back part of his boat just flapping around? That's not good. Wow, can y'all hear that howling? Like, it's crazy. Like, it just has gust and then there's howling and then, like, that's what they must be talking about when it sounds like a freight train coming through. 'Cause that is literally what it sounds like. Can y'all hear that knocking sound? I don't know what that sound is. It sounds like from the distance. Like, you know what that could be? Now that I think about it, that knock. Ooh, look at this top of this boat, guys. It looks like it's about to fly off the top. Something. Oh wow. I don't like that boat's odds as far as surviving some of that. Like, parts of it is gonna fly off. It's gotta be. That boat right there belongs to that neighbor that's, I mean, he's gotta be looking down at it right now knowing that he's screwed. That might be the noise that I'm hearing though, is the flapping of it in the wind. Like, every time it flaps real hard, I'm hearing like a knocking sound maybe. Yep, flapping. That's gotta be what it is. I mean, that's like a custom-made back too. So you know that would cost a fortune for him to replace, just because it has to be the proper measurements and all the snaps and zippers line up to secure that back area. I wouldn't want to have to buy that thing again, but oh well. So yeah, piece of some sort of deck there. This is, for those just now tuning in, I'm right on the channels across the street from NASA, between Galveston and Houston. And the storm, Hurricane Beryl, just basically made landfall recently, like at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And we are on the dirty side, which means we're getting most of the rain and the wind. The wind gusts that we're getting are approximately 70 to 85 miles per hour. You're seeing just the surge all where the water is currently. It's all up. There's like maybe, I'd say like 20 or 30 feet of grass that you can't see all the way up into the walkway that is about 3 foot, 4 foot underwater. You can't see any of the pier basically. And then this is like a double decker. And the top, I mean, obviously good, but underneath there, people can store boats, and you can see actually the steps to get up from the bottom level. Those are the railings for the walkway. So yeah, it's came up pretty hard. Point of reference, Hurricane Harvey, it came up to, see this cement bulkhead? You couldn't see those rocks at all during Harvey, so it's still not as bad as what Harvey did when it rained and kind of sat down on Houston for a long time. But this is what's going on right now for Beryl, right off the coast of Galveston, Clear Lake in the channels. Trying to provide some live footage for you guys. This is what's happening in current time. Houston, Clear Lake area, across the street from NASA. We've already had some damage to the house. I'll show you what happened to our backyard. We have like a threshold fence with a gate. And if you want to see, I don't know if you could see it, but it already kind of, the wind pushed it so hard that it kind of split in half. So that's going to be a project after the storm. We had an angel statue that fell, unfortunately. A little fence board action. Okay, I got to replace that. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Did y'all see this? You see those are roots. That's an entire tree that just fell down. See that big moss tree? That entire moss tree fell down. Holy shit. Now, am I happy? Absolutely. My water view just went off my balcony. There was a tree that was basically blocking that whole view. You couldn't see where I'm looking at on the water because of that tree that just fell. So now my water view just got increased because they're definitely not planting a new tree. I feel bad. There was a squirrel or two that lived in that tree. Hopefully they made it out alive. Hey, Big from Des Moines. How you doing? Yeah, this is live footage of what we're going through down here in the NASA Clear Lake area, about 20 minutes south of Houston, right on the water inlets, on the channels. Just noticed that a big tree collapsed. So that's, I don't have to do it. It's not my tree, but they're gonna have to get look at that, man. I'm worried about this fence though. This fence might not survive, guys. That's gonna be quite a project after. But the good news is this storm's moving fast and it should be gone like by 2 o'clock. So we only have like a 6-hour gust of storm to deal with here. Right now it's calm. Look at that flapping. That boat, that back of that boat is gonna, who knows what's gonna happen. Even the top, it looks like there's a piece on the top that's kind of flapping in the wind also. I don't know what that's all about. And then this boat, I don't know if they tied down this boat secure because it looks like it's starting to point towards us. The blue one, I don't know if one of the ropes got detached or what. Well, that's good. Better you than me right now, that's for sure. You know, the water still looks like it's coming up. The surge is still happening. So you can see the electrical panel right there. We have that elevated, which is a good thing. I'm waiting to see some, maybe some boats that detached and start floating down. Once it gets where it's not raining anymore and I can go outside safely without something thrown in the air or stabbing me or something. Oh, there's our bench. It looks like our bench is floating right there. Hopefully it stays there so it doesn't float down the channel. That's definitely our bench. We forgot to tie that one down. Oh, live and learn on that one, right, guys? Man, that gust is going right now, guys. Wow. I'm waiting for that boat top to fly off. I guarantee you it is. Let's see if there's any tree situation that fell in the front here. Our trees are still good. I wouldn't mind if that little one right there fell down, because we've been wanting to get that out of there and just plant all flowers in that bed. So it won't be the end of the world, guys, if that little palm tree happens to not survive. But this big one was recently planted. And then over here on the other side of the driveway, we have one that is looking pretty good. There's a neighbor one up there that's pretty tall. I don't know. I'm guessing that one should have fell, but it didn't. It's not as windy on this side right now. I think maybe the houses are blocking the wind gust, which is maybe why they're survived. What's that? Something's floating over there. Y'all see that? It just looks like some plants and stuff. I don't know. Y'all tell me. What would y'all do if that was your boat? Would you go out there and try to save the tarp, or would you say, nope, ain't worth it? Because look at it, it's flapping in the wind. It's going to fly off in any second. It's an expensive boat. Huh. Right now, we're not getting as much wind, but it's going to be picking back up, I promise y'all. We have a little reprieve action. You still see the surges coming up. Looks like we're losing some boards on the pier that are popping out. Oh, it's coming back up. There it goes. So for those of y'all, oh God. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be funny? I go out there, grab it, put it up on eBay, and sell it back to the guy for a couple $100. Only risking my life to do it. What's going on, Joe? So we have a couple of things that happened. One good thing and one bad thing. I'll show you since you just tuned in. I was back here. Here's our backyard. So we have see the fence? That fence, like, I don't know what happened, but it like split in half, and it's gonna have to be re-supported and everything. A fence board, statue of an angel. But the good news is, I'm not worried about that fence. I think I can straighten it back up and put a new brace on it. But there's a huge tree. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm zooming in on like the grass with like the roots of the tree. And then there's you can see it, but there's a huge tree. It must have been 30 foot tall. And all that moss and stuff, I don't know if you could see it, the rain's kind of killing the view, but that tree used to block. You see how you can see the water right now? That tree blocked that view. And now, with that tree falling over, obviously they'll have to get the chainsaws out, but now we have that view. Once it calms down, it's so windy right now. I don't want to open the door and the dogs and everything freak out that maybe something popped open or whatever. But yeah, that looks like it's gonna collapse pretty soon. We're gonna see that thing fly off. I wouldn't doubt it. We got a bench that's luckily caught in the railing, it looks like. That bench should have been secured. I don't know why it didn't. Someone didn't tie it up or whatever. The water's still surging up though, guys. See the walkway? That walkway goes all the way down to those rails. Those rails are about 4 foot up from the ground, and then you could see where the steps are. There's a walkway all the way down and a pier that you can't see. Once it gets, I might, what do y'all think? Y'all think I should wait until a couple hours from now and then go live again so I can be outside and kind of give a tour of everything? Oh, great. Thanks for breaking the news, Helen. Apparently, we're in the eye of the storm right now. Cue the wind. Oh, shit. Pardon my French. Yeah, if you were to look at Houston, go about 20 miles south of Houston, like on the inlet, right between Galveston and Houston is where we're at. We're definitely on the dirty side of the storm, which means we're getting more of the wind and the storm surge and the water and the rain. The clean side doesn't get that as much. It goes in spurts. Like it really comes down on sometimes, and then sometimes it just stalls a little bit. Trying to zoom in on the palms because then you can get a reference of how the rain is and how the wind's pushing everything. Man, you could see it. Like it's almost like a mist going across. I don't know if you could see it or not with this camera, but if you can see on the water, it's like just fanning over the water, like just that's really fast, like almost like a misty cloud. Wow, it's really pushing through. Look at that, guys. Yep, it's coming through. You are seeing live footage on this one for sure. Eye of the storm. It is 7:23 a.m. on July 8th, I think, right? July 8th, 2024. Hurricane Beryl, Category 1. It was a tropical storm. They upgraded it to Category 1 like at like midnight, I think. Let's go see if anything has happened over here. Everything seems to be kind of calm. I'm glad our trees are up. Nothing worried. Nothing too crazy happening. Seems to be where the most activity's happening over here. Those two boats, I think this one blue boat, since it's kind of turning towards us, lost one of its secure tie-ons. Hopefully it doesn't damage it too much. And then the other boat has things flapping in the wind, which I think that's gonna fly off soon. For those of you turning in right now, I'm right across the street from NASA in the Clear Lake, Houston, about halfway between Houston and Galveston. It's called Clear Lake, right across the street from NASA. The channels, the inlets. And this is what's going down right now, live footage. That whole grass, I bet you it's up about 4 or 5 feet from where it should be. You could see where the walkway is already covered. You could see the railing for the walkway is almost underwater, so that's about 4 foot up. That's the second deck of the pier, so you can see the steps. We've already had some damage to our back, which I can show y'all. After the storm ends, I'm gonna have to re-secure. See that fence? It like split in half, and then a couple statues fell. Fence board, nothing too crazy. It's not the end of the world, right? Best thing that happened is there's this huge tree. You could see like the roots that got upended there. You see the grass with the roots? That's the roots. And then it was about a 30, 40 foot tree. And it's like one of those moss type trees. And it was blocking this view off of our balcony. So now we got our view back. That's a silver lining of the storm so far. Let me go back to where the better view and the grasp of what's going on with this storm surge is. And it's still coming up. So it's like almost to where those rocks are. So I'll have to keep that as a point of reference as far as the surge goes. Hey, sunshine. Okay, so I was just telling people where this was. I'm located in the Houston, NASA area, basically halfway between Houston and Galveston on the water inlets directly. I mean, literally, I can almost throw a rock to where NASA is. So this is on the water channel inlets right by NASA, about 20 minutes south of Houston, between Galveston and Houston, basically. That's where I'm located. Yep, I'm off NASA Road 1, across the street from NASA and those water inlets, basically. And we live right on the water off of the channels. And this is the storm surge and what's going down live as you're seeing it. We already got a couple war wounds from the storm, but you know what? So far, nothing too crazy. I can't say I'm like upset about anything necessarily. We got a fence in the back that I'm hoping it's not a big ordeal to fix, but you know what? You never know until you get out there, right? The electric is out completely. I just noticed across the water, they did have electric, but now, no electric. And then in our complex too, there's no, wow, it's really picking up right now. Huh. Man, you can tell when it's really coming through because you can see like that mist. Oh, Hitchcock, yeah, that's not too far away. You can see literally like when it's really coming through, it's like how do I explain it? It's almost like a cloud or like a mist that just like graces over the water really fast. And then like you hear like these crazy noises, and then you can hear like what they say is like the train, like the coming through. Wow. Yeah, you think that's a tornado? I know they had some warnings and stuff. Man, I hope I don't see a tornado. I mean, it make good for live footage, obviously, but I wouldn't want it hitting our house. The water's still coming up, guys. If anybody in the chat has any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them. Jamaica Beach got hit. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I saw. I picked up on that, Jamaica, yeah. North Houston? I wonder where in North Houston. I used to live in North Houston back in the day. Huh. So I'm sure it's going to be a pretty juicy news day coming up after all this passes through. A lot of coverage on all the down trees and all that, I'm sure. Jersey Village, okay. Yeah, that's definitely North Houston. Right off that freeway, I think I remember Jersey Village. Now it's calm. It's funny. See how the trees are like barely moving, and then you'll see the gust, and then boom, it's crazy how it comes in and out. Still seeing, we haven't lost our bench yet. Our bench is still stuck there. That's good news. None of our furniture on the top of the deck has gone anywhere. All the electric is gone across the way and our complex. Oh, here it comes again. You can hear it just rolling in. Wow. Can y'all hear that? Let's see if anything's changed over here. Wow, it's really pushing that tree. I would not be disappointed if that little tree somehow. What is that rattling noise? I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I see what it is. Can y'all see? It's hard to see. There's like a, right by this tree. Let's see if I can get a better view here. You'll see that flapping? There's like a sailboat that is like toppled over, and the sail is like flapping in the wind. It's kind of hard for y'all to see, I think, from here. Huh, maybe I can see from this side. Let me see. No, you can't see it from here. But right behind this tree, there is a sailboat that has the sails just flapping in the wind, and it looks like it's collapsed to the side. And then that top of that boat doesn't look too secure. It looks like it's gonna lose something there. Wow. It looks like it already did. That part that I said was gonna fly off looks like it already flew off. I don't know where it ended up though. Huh. Right now, it's a little bit calm. That tree's not doing as much as it usually would. Look at that board. That board was all the way up there. Now it's pushed down. For those of y'all that are tuned in, all this grass is covered. There's about 30 foot of grass that's all covered from the storm surge. Harvey came all the way up to this bulkhead, the cement bulkhead, so it's still not as bad on the storm surge that Harvey was. But It's still up there, about 4 foot, I'd say. And I don't know if this boat is, what, there's a truck showing up. Okay, so this guy that is driving up in the white truck, this boat in the blue and white, that's his boat. So I'm wondering if he's gonna go check on it right now, because maybe someone told him that it's not tied up, because it was facing the wrong way. Like, I don't think it should be moving as much as it is right now. So there's a chance that he gets out to secure something. I don't know. Or at least take photos for his insurance company or something to that effect. Huh. That sailboat, though, that thing's toppled over. I'll have to get out there and show y'all what happened on that sailboat. Now, for those of y'all that haven't seen it yet, on the backyard, our fence collapsed. Like, we have a, if you could see it, well, it hasn't been collapsed completely, but it like split in half. And so I'm gonna have to fix that, obviously. Every time I'm nervous, every time a wind gust hits it, it's gonna do more damage, but what can I do at this point? We did have a tree that toppled over. You can see the roots in the grass right there, and it was like a 30 or 40 foot, like, you see the branches over there, but that whole tree, it opened up our view, so that's good news for us. Silver lining, right? Wow, it's really coming through now. Let me go back over so y'all can see. Oh, that guy did not get out yet, but there's more things floating in the water. Like, I don't know what these are. Huh. We're acquiring stuff that came upstream, basically. There's something else floating. What's that? Is that a water hose? What is that thing? Looks like it could be a water hose. Our bench is still there. Hasn't floating away. All our furniture looks okay. Looks like a big piece of, like, driftwood? Is that driftwood? Wouldn't it be crazy if it was like an alligator just chilling? Just floating down the stream? Oh, wow, it's coming through. You can see that wind gust coming through now. Huh. If that's a piece of driftwood, that thing is huge. Oh, wow. It's like pieces of the pier are just popping off. Are y'all seeing this? Look at this. See them? Like like the whole pier is that the whole pier just falling apart? Look at it, guys. It's like, it's just literally falling apart. The pier just is drifting away. All the boards are like, that can't be good. Literally, like, I don't know what happened recently, but all the boards are literally like in a assembly line, just drifting off as we're watching. Like, something happened where, like, everything just released at once and all the board, look at that. If it wasn't so bad out there, I'd go out there and collect those boards, but damn. That is crazy. All those boards for the deck popping off. It's coming through harder. I think it is. The water's come up more. See how it's over the rocks? It was below the rocks earlier. So the water is still coming up on this storm surge, guys. And literally, like that pier, the boards are just popping off like cherries. I don't know where it's coming from, but those boards are recently coming off. Something. That sailboat, you can hear that flapping in the background. That's from like a sailboat that's like tipped over. Like when it gets better out and I can safely go out there when it's not as windy and gusty and stuff. Look at this. Yeah, you can see it. It's getting up higher. Huh. Crazy. Look at yeah, they're looking at the top of that boat right now. They're about to lose whatever that thing is on the top. It's just flapping away almost. Huh. Maybe these boards can be salvaged. It looks like they're all stopping in one area. Isn't that crazy? Let's see what else is going on the other side. Any new updates on this side? So I wonder if that's his insurance guy or what he's doing. I don't know why he drove over here. That was kind of stupid. Oh, I know what he's doing. Okay, so the guy in the white truck, he lives in the complex. That's him in the red jacket. Okay, he's taking live footage and video recording of his boat. So there's a chance that something might have broke or something disengaged where it's hitting that pylon. And he's gonna have to make an insurance claim. That's why maybe he's recording. That's my guess. But that's his boat. The guy in the red jacket, he drives this white truck. He lives inside the complex. And he drove over to or under an evacuation order. That's what just popped up. Yep. Let's go back over. Sorry if it froze on you guys. We just got like an evacuation order and everything. Or telling people to stay in place. This board's still popping. What's going there? I don't know what that is. It looks like it calmed down right now. We got a little bit of a reprieve. The wind is not gusting at all. Something must have happened. Because this board's just started, like, literally popping off. Like, something happened with the deck over there in that corner area. Because those boards are just free floating. Oh, yeah, Joe. The power went out approximately 2 o'clock in the morning. The whole complex is out. And then if you look across the way, they used to have electric, but now there's no electric over there. Did you see the tree that got down? And then my back vents basically split in half. That was kind of crazy. Did you see all that? I already showed it. This would be a good time to say, hashtag Team Nicole. I'm getting kind of hungry. I think this is a good time to call in and ask for a Minnesota delivery of a pizza. You think you can make the drive and be here within the 30 minutes or it's free? What do you think, Joe? Nope, here comes, it's picking back up now. Walking the dogs. Yeah, we can't walk no dogs down here. That's for damn sure. Oh, there's only 2 people on right now. Looks like it's calmed down a little bit. You know, I'm thinking I might end the live and then go back live when the weather is better, so I can go outside, like, and then I can kind of do a haul of everything that happened outside and what damage the storm did and everything. Oh, there's people jumping back on. I'm old, yeah. I'm showing my age on that 30 minutes or it's free, right? It used to be a racket. You'd like go and ask for delivery, like where you knew that there's no way in hell they can make it within that time frame. And like, or you would know that like 75% of the time it's going to be free. I think that's why they stopped it. Man, there's a sailboat, guys. On the other side, you can't really see it. I don't know. Maybe you can see the fluttering. Y'all see it? Like, there's a big sailboat, and there's a fluttering noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's freaking, like, on its side. I'll have to go out there and provide live footage of that, because that sailboat is literally topped over in the water, and the sail is just going crazy in the wind right now. Water's still coming up. Oh, I can hear the howling. Y'all see that mist? That's what's crazy. That mist just comes across that water. Wow. Like, y'all probably seen it when it rains really hard on like our freeway or something, and the mist just goes across the pavement. It kind of does that on the water too. Look at these waves, guys. That's not normal for this inlet to have those waves. Huh. Oh, it's starting to pick up, I can tell. Holy shit. That was definitely a gust. If anybody has any questions in the chat, feel free. The water's still coming up though. We're expecting like a 6 to 7 foot storm surge, according to the news. It did get upgraded from a tropical storm to a category 1. It is currently 7:48 in the morning on July 8th, 2024. We got a sailboat that's basically collapsed on the other side of that tree that you really can't see. I'll have to go live after this storm subsides, and I can go outside and walk around and do a better idea of everything that got damaged. Our bench is still there. Looks like we're missing some boards over there. What's that? Something's floating. We're gonna be missing some boards on this pier. They probably popped up. News says over 1 million people in Houston are without power. Wow. I'm not surprised. I mean, across the way, all those people had electric, and now they don't. It looks like there's one person that had, oh, nope, there's a light. I see a light right there. Where's that? So that person must have a generator or something, because I see a light that's on flickering.